The Los Angeles Dodgers were rocked by absolutely devastating news in the very first inning of their game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Shohei Ohtani, the most valuable and beloved player in all of baseball, was suddenly removed from the game after suffering an injury caused by what witnesses described as one of the most brutal and reckless plays seen on a Major League Baseball field this entire season. The moment it happened, the entire stadium fell silent. Players from both dugouts stopped what they were doing. Reporters in the press box looked at each other in disbelief. And within minutes, the incident had spread across every sports network, social media platform, and baseball community in the world. What exactly happened to Ohtani in that first inning? How serious is the injury? And why is Major League Baseball now seriously considering sanctions against the Pittsburgh Pirates organization? When the game began, everything appeared completely normal. The Dodgers came out with their usual energy and confidence, and Ohtani was in the starting lineup as expected, ready to deliver another dominant performance for his team. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric, with thousands of fans cheering loudly the moment Ohtani's name was announced. Nobody in that stadium could have possibly imagined that within just a few minutes of the opening inning, the entire mood of the evening would change so completely and so dramatically. The incident occurred when Ohtani was moving aggressively toward the baseline during a play that initially appeared routine. Pirates infielder Cole Barnes, positioned near second base, made a decision in that moment that immediately drew gasps from everyone watching. Instead of making the clean and professional play that the situation clearly called for, Barnes lunged forward with excessive and unnecessary force, making direct contact with Ohtani in a manner that multiple baseball analysts have since described as completely outside the boundaries of acceptable play. The collision was violent, sudden, and immediate in its consequences. Ohtani went down instantly, grabbing the affected area as Dodgers medical staff rushed onto the field from the dugout. The stadium, which had been buzzing with excitement just seconds earlier, went completely silent. Thousands of fans watched in stunned horror as the Dodgers training staff surrounded Ohtani on the field. Players from both teams stood watching with expressions of genuine concern and disbelief. Even several Pirates players were visibly shaken by what had just occurred, understanding immediately that the play had gone far beyond what is acceptable in a professional baseball environment. Cameras captured the moment in painful detail, and within seconds, replays of the incident were being broadcast across every major sports network in the country. Freddie Freeman, who had a direct sight line to the play from his position on the field, rushed over immediately after the collision occurred. Freeman later told reporters that he knew something was seriously wrong the moment he saw Ohtani go down. He said that in all his years of professional baseball, he had rarely witnessed a play that felt so unnecessarily dangerous and so completely avoidable. Freeman said that his first instinct was to check on Ohtani and make sure his teammate was okay, and that everything else, including the game itself, became completely secondary in that moment. He added that the entire Dodgers organization is shaken by what happened and that they are all praying for a full and speedy recovery. Mookie Betts also spoke to reporters after the game and did not mince his words when describing what he witnessed on the field. Betts said the play was wrong, plain and simple. He said that every professional baseball player understands where the line is, and that what happened to Ohtani in that first inning crossed that line in a way that cannot be excused or explained away. Betts revealed that the mood inside the Dodgers clubhouse after the incident was one of deep concern mixed with a level of anger that he had rarely felt from his teammates before. He said that the players want answers, they want accountability, and most importantly, they want to know that Ohtani is going to be okay. Manager Dave Roberts was visibly emotional when he addressed reporters in his post-game press conference. He confirmed that Ohtani had been removed from the game as a direct result of the injury sustained during the collision with the Pirates infielder. Roberts said that the medical staff immediately assessed Ohtani on the field and made the decision that he could not continue playing under any circumstances. He described the incident as deeply troubling and said that he personally filed a formal complaint with Major League Baseball officials immediately after the play occurred. Roberts made it very clear that he expects the league to take this matter with the full seriousness it deserves and that the Dodgers organization will not rest until proper accountability has been established. When asked about the specific nature of Ohtani's injury, Roberts was careful with his words but confirmed that the affected area was being thoroughly examined by the team's medical staff and that further tests were scheduled for the following morning. He said that it would be premature to give a definitive diagnosis at this stage but acknowledged that the injury was significant enough to warrant serious concern. Roberts said that the Dodgers are treating this situation with the highest level of medical attention available and that Ohtani's health and recovery are the absolute top priority for the entire organization right now. Major League Baseball officials responded to the incident with unusual speed, issuing a statement within hours of the game's conclusion confirming that they were actively reviewing the play involving the Pirates' infielder and Ohtani. Sources within the league office revealed that the level of concern among MLB officials was notably higher than what is typically seen following an on-field collision. Multiple senior officials within the organization have reportedly watched the replay of the incident numerous times and described what they saw as deeply problematic. According to these sources, the league is now seriously mulling a range of potential sanctions against the Pittsburgh Pirates, including the possibility of suspending the infielder responsible for the play and issuing formal warnings to the Pirates organization as a whole. Baseball analysts and former players who appeared on sports networks throughout the evening were nearly unanimous in their assessment of the situation. Nearly every expert who reviewed the replay described Barnes' play as reckless, unnecessary, and unbecoming of a professional athlete. Several former MLB players said they had never seen anything quite like it during a routine first-inning play and that the league absolutely must send a strong message to ensure that nothing like this ever happens again. The general consensus among the baseball community was clear. What happened to Ohtani was not a baseball play. It was something else entirely, and it demands a serious and meaningful response from the league. Pirates manager Derek Shelton addressed the growing controversy during his own post-game press conference and found himself in an extremely difficult position. Shelton acknowledged that the play was intense but initially attempted to characterize it as a competitive baseball moment rather than something deliberately harmful. However, when reporters pressed him further and showed him the replay on multiple occasions, Shelton's tone shifted noticeably. He admitted that upon closer review, the play looked worse than he had initially understood and said that he would be speaking with Barnes privately to get a full understanding of what the infielder was thinking in that moment. Shelton said he hopes Ohtani recovers quickly and that he genuinely did not want to see any player get hurt during the course of a baseball game. Back at the hospital where Ohtani was undergoing further evaluation, sources close to the Japanese superstar revealed that he was in good spirits despite the pain and discomfort he was experiencing. According to these sources, Ohtani's primary concern was not his own condition but rather the impact his absence might have on his teammates and the Dodgers' performance in the coming games. Those who spoke with him described a man who, even while lying in a hospital bed, was thinking first about his team and second about himself. This revelation only deepened the admiration and respect that his teammates, the Dodgers organization, and the entire baseball world feel for him. In the Dodgers clubhouse after the game, players gathered quietly and spoke in hushed tones about their teammate and friend. The usual post-game sounds of music and laughter were entirely absent. In their place was a solemn and determined silence that spoke louder than any words could. According to reports, several players sent personal messages directly to Ohtani expressing their support, their love, and their unwavering belief that he would return to the field stronger than ever. Manager Dave Roberts closed the evening by reminding his team that the best way to honor Ohtani's dedication and sacrifice is to go out onto that field tomorrow and compete with everything they have. He said that Shohei Ohtani is bigger than any injury, bigger than any controversy, and bigger than any opponent they will ever face. The Dodgers, he promised, will be ready. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date information.